least there's somewhere we can talk. There's no telling when the news from Helgen will reach the Imperials.
You're right. Follow me. Hod, come here a minute. I need your help with something.
What is it, woman? Sven drunk on the job again?
Hod, just come here.
So, a lot has happened since the last time we did Skyrim. Okay, so to explain, the button on my keyboard that I use to initiate video recordings, are they going to talk, or are we just going to all stand around, or are we waiting for this Hod character who's coming, this guy here? I think we're waiting for him. Yeah, he's coming, so we've got to wait for that guy. Anyway, in the meantime, while he's getting there, he's just about there. The button I use to start and stop capture is also the button Skyrim uses to quick load, and it turns out I hadn't quick saved in a while, so I had to go back and do a little bit of the end part of the escape from Helgen. Are you guys all gonna
Here for work?
talk?
Getting that.
No? Okay. And I ended up having to do a little bit of the part and the walk down to here and into Helgen. But okay, that all didn't go right. But, and it's a pretty big but we're gonna go with it. I did get, where is it? This. Instead of the ring we picked up last time, we got the Ring of the Minor Squire. And that's actually really good for us because, and I'll just quickly show, I guess we're going to have a look at this now. That's pretty good for us because if we go here, all of a sudden my light armor skill is all the way up to 32, which means that I can instantly get custom fit and a couple other things. So we got a really good ring that's going to help us out quite a lot in the game, and this is what we're looking like at the moment. Not great, but not terrible either. Anyway, this is not the house I'm looking for, I don't think. I'm trying to remember where their house is. No, Riverwood Trader, that's the shop. It's not this house either. Sven and Hilda. This is the house, I think it is, actually, isn't it? No. No, it's not, because this is Hilda, yeah. Who, I think, when I came into town the second time, she was actually having this whole conversation with another person in town about all of the bad things that are happening in town. But yeah, this is Elvor and Sigrid's house.
You lost?
No, I'm not lost, I'm just wandering around here. But yeah, and this is not the house I was looking for. Oh, that's right, it's up the back of the town. I remember where it is now. We'll head up there. There's one other thing I'm going to look at in Riverwood before we leave. It's this house up here, I think, is the correct one. And there's one other thing we're going to look at in Riverwood, and yeah, Hod and Gerda. Yeah. Hod and Gerda. So yeah, and we can actually sleep on their bed. They gave us the permission. They gave us permission to look in their chest. We can find tunic, goat hide, some gold, which we will take, a hawker tusk, which we won't take. We don't need any of that stuff. That's not armor. I imagine that's the bed for the boy of theirs too. So that's where they live. But there's another place in Riverwood before we leave it that I think we should take a quick look at. I think this is it just here. So we'll head into the Sleeping Giant Inn. I'm going to assume a little bit that people aren't fully familiar with Skyrim, but I know it's played by a lot of people, so, you know, I'll assume some familiarity, but not all of it. Anyway, let's talk to Delphine.
You're that visitor been poking around.
Yes, Delphine, I am.
Word is Ulfric Stormcloak escaped from the Imperials. War is only going to get worse now.
Cool.
Ale's going bad.
I guess you don't have potatoes in
We
your ears
got
after
rooms
all.
and food.
Just make
Drink
sure
too.
we get a fresh batch.
So that was actually what I wanted to show in that pub was Delphine. She'll become important later. I'm not kidding, she will actually become important later. So let's head out of Riverwood and on our way down to Whiterun, which, if you're playing the game in sort of the intended path, this is where you go. Has my FOV changed again? Just give me a sec. No, it hasn't. Good. I was a bit worried for a moment there. It just felt a little strange. This game uses a really narrow field of view, so I generally set it out to 90 just to widen it up and make it look a bit better. It does mean that weapons look a bit janky sometimes, but for the most part, it's fine. So, yeah, we'll head down here. I think in the last episode I mentioned that I was running 3 mods. Static Mesh Improvement mod, which is why everything looks a little bit different, you might expect. Oh, hello. Wolves! Wolves lower! That is a really obscure reference, and if you understood why I just said wolves lower, then there's bonus internet points for you. Anyway, yep, wolves, and we'll head down here. Yeah, so I'm running those mods, Static Mesh Improvement mod, Content Restoration mod, and Unofficial Skyrim patch. Which is why the game looks the way it does and why it hopefully isn't going to be crashy. Going to try and quick save a lot. I did also mention I was going to explain the name I chose for my character. I chose the name from Death Knight I once played in World of Warcraft, and that particular Death Knight is a Frost Death Knight. And I picked the name Rotha for her, but I spelt it slightly different in that game. I spelt it the actual intended way, which involves using accents on the O. And yeah, it's an old Nordic name. It's the name of a Valkyrie in the Poetic Edda, I think, or one of the sagas at least. Maybe that is the saga. It's been a long time. Anyway, it's the name of a Valkyrie, and it also means sleet and snow, which was why I chose it back then. So that's your little bit of education for the day. Honning Brew Meadery discovered. Cool. So, and that's Whiterun, and that's some mad, impressive Zed fighting up there. Wow. Okay. Okay. Skyrim. There's going to be a lot of points in this game where I'm just going to throw up my hands and say Skyrim. Because Skyrim. It's that kind of a game. Look, oh no. Oh, whoa, 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 hello. Did they just kill a giant?
Must have run off.
Well then.
Well, that's taken care
Oh,
of.
hello.
No thanks to you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Certainly not. But a true warrior would have relished the opportunity to take on a giant. That's why I'm here with my shield brothers.
Good for you.
An outsider, eh?
Oh.
Never heard of the companions? An order of warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough. Not for me to say. You'll have to talk to Codlack Whitemane up in Jorvaskar. The old man's got a good sense for people. He can look in your eyes and tell your worth. If you go to him, good luck.
Ah, okay, so that's how you start the companion storyline. I have never seen that happen before. So maybe that is something that always happens, but I've always just missed it, or maybe it's random for me there, but the nature of Skyrim being what it is, it wouldn't surprise me if that's something that some people have seen and some people haven't. Again, because Skyrim. It's just the nature of this game to do stuff like that.
By Eastmere, it's true. A jester, funny suit and all. Just north by the Lorius farm. Fool had a coffin in a cart with a broken wheel. I'd like to see him laugh his way out of that.
Ha 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 ha.
Well, sounds like you've had quite the journey.
That strange jester. Yes, he won't be a problem. We'll get to the strange jester. Oh, we will get to the strange jester. That's a lot of quest to do. And if you know this game, you'll know what I'm talking about. But for now, we are going to just follow the story progression for a little bit. And we'll see where we end up as we come out of here.
Halt! City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only.
Let's see if we can pass a persuade check.
Fine. But we'll be keeping an eye on you.
We might have. I'm probably going to put a few points into speech once we get there. Because being able to do persuade and intimidate checks is pretty handy. And the first time I played this game, I think I failed that check. Because I think it does have a random chance to fail.
They say Helgen got hit by a dragon. One of those horrors comes here. We'll be
And I had to, yeah.
But we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of yours and ask Yorland Greymane for help?
I'd sooner bend my knee to Ulfric's Stormcloak. Besides, Greymane would never make steel for the Legion.
Have it your way. I'll take the job, but don't expect a miracle.
Okay, so just little bits of these introductory dialogues to sort of get you into some of these characters that you'll be dealing with as the game goes on. There's a whole storyline in Whiterun about the two families that are having a feud, and you can do a thing and another thing, and it relates back to the Civil War storyline. There's also, yeah, that's right. That guy. There's also that guy. But yeah, basically, there's the Civil War storyline is something we will get to, but I'm probably not going to touch for too long. In my first ever playthrough of this game, the first time I ever played it through, I actually almost completely ignored it until I was very close to the end of the game, and then I did it in one big rush before actually going to the final part of the main storyline. Because the Civil War storyline isn't the main storyline of the game, but it is basically one very big side quest.
What's the meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgruth is not receiving visitors. Well, that explains why the guards let you in. Come on then. The Jarl will want to speak to you personally.
I'm sure he will.
So, you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own eyes?
I did.
Really? You're certainly forthright about your criminal past. But it's none of my concern who the Imperials want to execute. Especially now. What I want to know is, what exactly happened at Helgen? I should have guessed Ulfric would be mixed up in this. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains...
This is a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not...
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
Okay, so remember I mentioned in the previous episode about Bleak Falls Barrow? Well, we're about to go there pretty much, so that's kind of the next major thing. Just a quick thing to check. I mentioned this as special edition. I also mentioned that all they've really done is just scaled everything up. And you can see here on these plates and on this carpet, it looks a bit janky. So, yeah. Anyway, let's come in here.
Farengar, I think I found someone who can help you with your dragon project. Go ahead and fill her in with all the details.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be...
But, you know, fetch, delve, you know. Same difference, really.
Straight to the point, eh? No need for tedious hows and whys. I like that. Leave those details to your betters, am I right? I, learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself. An old tomb, built by the ancient Nords, perhaps dating back to the Dragon War itself. Ah, maybe you just want to know how to get there. It's near Riverwood, a miserable little village a few miles south of here. I'm sure some of the locals can point you in the right direction once you get there. Well, must preserve some professional secrets, mustn't we? I have my sources. Reliable sources.
He has a lot of conversation options that we could go through. I will pick this one, and that will be about the only one we'll follow through with.
I'm not surprised you've never heard of it. Even I used to think it was just a myth. But not anymore. The Dragon War was a real event, although only the barest glimmer of the actual events has come down to us. Far back in the Mythic era, the dragons were worshipped as gods in Skyrim. Many of the monumental ruins that still dot the landscape were in fact built as temples to the dragons. The details are lost, but at some point, the Nords rebelled. After a long and terrible war, the Nords overthrew their dragon overlords. Oh no, many were killed, of course, but many survived into historical times. Why, this very palace was built by one of Balgruf's ancestors to hold a captive dragon. Hence its name, Dragon's Reach. You know,
This is a priority now. Anything we can use to fight this dragon, or dragons, we need it quickly, before it's too late.
Of course, Jarl Balgruf. You seem to have found me an able assistant. I'm sure she will prove most useful.
Succeed at this, and you'll be rewarded. Whiterun will be in your debt.
Okay, so that's what all that's about. And if we head back outside, it should be getting on for nightfall, actually. There's a couple of things we can do before we leave Whiterun. I don't think I'm going to get to Bleak Falls Barrow in this video. That over there is the name Jorvaska or whatever it was. That's where the companions hang out, basically. I skipped over the companions entirely in my original playthrough of this game, and I did do them in my second playthrough. It's a fun storyline, and I think maybe we should actually go in there and have a chat to them right now. Oh, I got the no lollygagging line. Cool. Okay. Yes, we'll hear all of those guard lines, the arrow to the knee and the sweet rolls and all that. So.
Those two at it again. Come on now. Watch the footwork. Kill it. Keep your balance.
What?
Hey, watch it. Little blood to clear the air. Hope you have the stomach for it. So you think you have what it takes? Who knows? Maybe he's in a generous mood. I'll take my leave then.
So this is the companions. This is Ayla that we met before.
If you wish to hunt with me, your feet need to be quick and your eyes quicker.
And we need to find this Kodiak guy who's around here somewhere. In fact, I know how to solve this problem. If I go here, I can... So, this is the quest tracker, and it has a couple of really cool features. One of which is that it can track all of the quests. So, if I set these, I can have them all available at once. But I won't turn that one on for a particular reason. But yeah, we can go down here. And yeah, because they're fighting, it's playing the battle music. So, but yeah, we'll see if we can't talk to this Kodiak guy now, because I think I will try and do the companion storyline.
What now?
Where is he?
I haven't seen you before, have I? Have we met?
I think I missed. He's up here.
Yes.
Okay, yep. Yeah, because this is actually one of the guild type things I've never really done.
Hear the call of the blood.
We all do. It is our burden to bear. But we can overcome.
You have my brother and I, obviously. But I don't know if the rest will go along quite so easily.
Leave that to me.
Ooh, foreshadowing.
A stranger comes to our hall. Would you now? Here, let me have a look at you. Yes, perhaps. A certain strength of spirit.
Master, you're not truly considering accepting her.
I am nobody's master, Vilkas. And last I checked, we had some empty beds in Jorvaskr for those with a fire burning in their hearts.
Apologies. But perhaps this isn't the time. I've never even heard of this outsider.
Sometimes the famous come to us. Sometimes men and women come to us to seek their fame. It makes no difference. What matters is their heart.
And their arm.
Of course. How are you in battle, girl? That may be so. This is Vilkas. He will test your arm. Vilkas, take her out to the yard and see what she can do.
Aye.
Okay, so fun fact: if you're a magic user and you do this and you, shall we say, use magic, it won't end well for you. That's all I'll say about that. That's a thing I know. Well, come on, hurry up, mate. Let's go out there, let's do the thing. So we have to head out to the yard area. Just out here.
Oh, I'm just a servant, dear. You want to talk to one of the companions, I'm sure.
Also, to briefly explain, the companions are named for the 500 companions of some guy whose name I've forgotten.
The old man said they have a look at you. So,
Let me get my sword and dagger set up.
let's do this. Just have a few swings at me so I can see your form. But don't worry, I can take it.
Also might quick save just quickly.
There you go.
Can I just point out we haven't actually leveled up yet either, so there we go. Easy.
Next time won't be so easy. You might just make it. But for now, you're still a whelp to us, new blood. So you do what we tell you. Here's my sword. Go take it up to Jorland to have it sharpened. And be careful. It's probably worth more than you are.
Okay, so Jorland is up here. And yeah. That sword, by the way, I think does show up in here, and I think it is... it's not that great. It's not that great. It's like 12 damage. My longbow... Oh, my longbow is really bad, actually. We'll get better bows soon enough. So one thing Skyrim Special Edition did was overhaul the lighting in the game, so it looks a lot nicer now. And I think I've done a pretty good job. There is one weird thing though. You'll notice that I'm standing in front of this light. You'll notice that I'm casting a shadow. Now I'm not casting a shadow. Shadow, not shadow. So yeah. Anyway, let's talk to Jorland.
What brings you here? I'm guessing you're the newcomer then.
Oh, don't worry too much about it. They were all whelps once. They just might not like to talk about it. And don't always just do what you're told. Nobody rules anybody in the companions. Well, I'm not sure how they've managed it, but they have. No leader since Ysgramor. Kodlak is the Harbinger, and he's a sort of advisor for the whole group. But every man is his own. Every woman, her own. Not actually a companion myself, but none of them know how to work a forge properly, and I'm honored to serve them. My name is Jorland Greymane. I work the Skyforge. Best steel in all of Skyrim. All of Tamriel. I have a favor to ask. I've been working on a shield for Aela. My wife is in mourning, and I need to get back to her soon. I'd be much obliged if you could take this to Aela for me.
This isn't a command, just decency. Help out an old blacksmith. I've got to get back to my work.
Fair enough. Yeah, so, I was going to point out to him that Ayla is, like, just, you know, in that hall, but, you know, it's easier to do it this way, I guess. Anyway, yeah, Isgramor basically came to Tamriel with 500 companions, and the companions that are here now are the descendants of those 500, or said to be the descendants of those 500, is kind of how it works. Where did Ayla go? She was, like, here, like, 3 seconds ago. Yeah, that's not the button I want. I want to, where is it? Yep. Cool, that's what I wanted. Because it's night, everyone's probably gone to bed, so, but we'll do this. We will do this. Like I said, the companions is something I'd never really paid a lot of attention to in my initial playthroughs of this game, but I've gotten more into it since then. There she is.
If Isgramor himself wouldn't have the patience to deal with all the rabble around here. Ah, good. I've been waiting for this. Wait, I remember you. So the old man thinks you've got some heart, I guess.
You know this one? I saw her training in the yard with Vilkis.
Ah, yes. I heard you gave him quite
Wow.
the thrashing.
Don't let Vilkis catch you saying that.
Do you think you could handle Vilkis in a real fight? Whoa, ease up there. We're rough, but there's no need to kill a shield brother over a dispute. I like your fire, though. You'll make a fierce companion. Let us hunt together sometime. Here, let's have Farkas show you where you'll be resting your head.
Farkas. Did you call me?
Of course we did, Icebrain. Show this new blood where the rest of the whelps sleep.
New blood. Oh, I remember you. Come on, follow me.
Okay, so,
Need something?
what? Whoa.
Are you on the hunt?
I think, I could be wrong about this, but I think Ayla is one of the marryable characters in the game too.
Blood running hot?
Nice to have a new face.
Maybe I'm
around.
confusing her with someone else though, I
Boring
can't remember.
sometimes.
There is like a really sort of fiery warrior woman that you can marry. The nature of marriage in this game is such that gender doesn't actually matter. So
Alright, so here you are. Looks like the others are eager to meet you. Come to me or Ayala if you're looking for work. Once you've made a bit of a name for yourself, Skjor and Vilkas might have things for you
Cool.
to do. Good luck. Welcome to the Companions. By the way, if you're looking for something to do, we've got trouble right here in Whiterun Hold. Nothing we can't handle. Nothing but a bunch of lonely bandits. Cowards who will take little effort. I knew you could be counted on. Do what must be done.
So the other part of the companion side quests is that they give you a lot of these quests to go to a lot of places that are otherwise, there's not a lot to do. Like they're places that you just randomly come across as you're exploring the game. But in this case, you'll actually get quests to go there. Anyway, we've got a bed we can sleep in, which is great. So I will. 6 hours of sleep is the minimum you need for the well-rested buff, I believe, which will come up. There, we awaken feeling rested. We'll head out of here, and we'll probably get out of Skyrim, and then we'll probably, get out of Whiterun, and then we'll probably leave it there for the moment, and we'll look into Bleak Falls Barrow in the next episode, which will be at some point, so. But yeah, I went the back way, didn't I? I didn't mean to go out that way. I think you can walk around the front, but it's probably quicker to just walk through the building. Those were the doors I was looking for over there, so. But yeah, so we'll get through here. And I should mention with Skyrim that for all its flaws, this is still a game I love. I can just spend hours walking around, wandering this game world. And I think it's a game that really rewards that too. Like, this is a game where you don't need any particular direction to do something. There's always some little thing you'll eventually come across, or something to clear out, or just things to do. This game is full of things to do. And while it's nowhere near as intricately detailed or ultimately as good as The Witcher 3. Which, if you're looking for the ultimate open world experience, that's the game to get, not this. But that said, I've put a lot more time into Skyrim than I have into The Witcher 3. I love both games. I think they're both magnificent, and if I had to choose one, I would probably choose The Witcher 3. But Skyrim has the advantage too, I think, of being a game where you can customize yourself a lot more than in The Witcher 3. In The Witcher 3, you play as Geralt of Rivia, and that's who you are, and you can't choose to be a girl, you can't choose to be an archer or a mage or anything like that. The only choice you have in that game is that you can be Geralt of Rivia. And you can customize him in certain ways, but ultimately he will always play in a roughly similar way. In this game, there's a lot more variety and a lot more choice in terms of what you can do. Also, you can see the level of detail. If you remember how this game looked when it first came out, that hasn't changed much at all. But we're going to leave it there for now, as the sun comes up over Whiterun Hold. And we're going to be heading up over into that hill just over there, because that's where Bleak Falls Barrow is. And we'll be doing that in the next episode. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you all then.